Governor Rauner, Chancellor Marshall, regents, rectors, trustees, members of the Lincoln Academy of Illinois, Dr. Morrison, fellow honorees, honored guests, friends, and family, I am deeply honored, after the initial shock, to be included in such a distinguished group of people who have been so honored. The list of previous Lincoln laureates is breathtaking. It is moving to have my name linked with that of Abraham Lincoln, one of my heroes, and one of our nation's greatest leaders, a person whose thoughtful, inspirational, and eloquent leadership, under circumstances that all dreaded and all sought to avert, is sorely missed today. I have to say that when I first heard about my selection, my initial reaction was one of disbelief. I thought it was a mistake. It reminded me of college when we were told that the admissions committee does in fact make mistakes from time to time, and we knew who we were. This honor really goes to those who've inspired me on my journey. First and foremost, my patients. Some of my colleagues have compared the often invisible suffering of diabetes to the situation of Ginger Rogers. We remember her partner, the great dancer Fred Astaire, yet Rogers did everything he did backwards and in high heels. People with diabetes have to think about their blood sugar and insulin needs all the time in order to survive. One study suggests that they are making 300 more decisions every day than folks without diabetes, and they survive. They persevere with grace and dignity, often without anyone realizing how much more work they have to do every day than those without diabetes. They are inspiring. My teachers have also guided and inspired me. They have overcome challenges and persisted in efforts to care for their patients while steadfastly pursuing discoveries, both large and small, that have contributed to the prevention and treatment of diabetes and related conditions. With them, I include my students, who are my greatest teachers. At the Copeland Diabetes Center, we have built at the University of Chicago an effort to make many contributions to patient care and research, many of which made possible by my partner at the center, Peggy Hassenauer. My wife, Lynn, and our children, Ben, Joe, and Mira, and my mother, Thelma, a first-generation American who is here today, fill my life with joy and love, and without them, I would not be here. Together, these sources of inspiration have helped me to cultivate what has been called radical amazement, a commitment to never take our interactions with the world for granted and to never stop learning. Together with my team, I have had the good fortune to make several contributions to understanding insulin secretion. But the greatest impact has been in contributions to understanding the genetics of certain rare kinds of diabetes. This has led our group at the University of Chicago to be world leaders in understanding specific gene mutations that cause diabetes. With certain of these diabetes-causing mutations, we can help people stop taking insulin and sometimes even any drug at all. That is an amazing feeling and a vision of the promised land we seek in diabetes research and care. The common perception that diabetes is a condition that people get themselves into could not be further from the truth. Almost 30 million people, 1 in 10 in the United States, have diabetes, yet research into prevention and cures is still insufficient. We could be preventing countless cases of blindness, kidney failure, and amputations right now if we did a better job of making diabetes education and treatment more affordable and more accessible. As president-elect of the American Diabetes Association, I look forward to contributing to our fight for better healthcare policy and efforts to reduce the costs of diabetes medicines generally and insulin in particular. The yearly cost of diabetes in the United States has been estimated at $245 billion per year. Diabetes is economically and socially devastating in the United States and around the world, and it absolutely need not be. I am grateful for the 40 years I've spent as a student, physician, and faculty member in one of the greatest cities in the world, Chicago, and the state of Illinois, whose values, culture, and politics shape one of the greatest leaders in the history of our country, a person of eloquence, honesty, honor, and compassion, Abraham Lincoln. Thank you for this recognition. I am profoundly honored to be a laureate of the Order of Lincoln.